Welcome to the 4th Annual Beacon Awards. The idea behind the Beacon Awards is simple. We asked everyone in our community to single out someone who had made a difference in their lives. We received an outpouring of inspiring responses, and from those many nominations, we selected 16 humanitarians who best represent the volunteer spirit of this community. Let's meet our 2016 Beacon Award winners. Alice Bessonette, North Haven.
I volunteer for a lot of things over the years. I've always been involved with schools, and recently I became a teacher. So I started about 3 years ago, and I'm just always here for my students. So after school, if somebody needs help, whether it's my student or another student, I'm here. I also bring out one of my students who is not physically able to play football, and we do stats every Friday night for the North Haven High School team. My dad is the one that really inspired me to become a volunteer. He was a football coach for 25 years for flag football, and I helped him. Still to this day, I go to the gym, and I'm still called coach, by a lot of the kids.
Dan Brill, Guilford.
3 of the organizations that I volunteer for are, I'm on the board of Sarah Inc., which helps disadvantaged people, young people as well as old. I'm also a volunteer at SCORE, which is an organization that's part of the Small Business Administration that helps businesses people either start a business or grow their existing business. And then I also volunteer for the Child and Family Services in New Haven. I am a mentor to, at this point, a 19-year-old inner city kid in New Haven.
Barbara and John Clark, Branford.
Past was PTA Branford Hills. That was really dynamic because we started a hot dog day and a snack day at the school. Then we got involved with the horseshoe tagging.
So we basically have been involved with the horseshoe crabs through the land trust. We have the section there. We have people that are interested in it, and we also express how to handle horseshoe crabs, why we are counting them, and what value a horseshoe crab has to every individual.
Then the backpack program. The Feed Branford Kids program really is a vital program. And when they go home on a Saturday and Sunday, this ensures that they have some valuable food. We really try hard to make a variety for the food that's given. It is not the same thing every week.
Just amazing at the people that are in need of food, especially kids.
And we're looking to expand for sure. If we can find another 20, 30 kids somewhere, different program, whatever, and we could provide the food, that's what we'd like to do.
Bernadette DeJulian, Branford.
My first place of employment in elder care was at Branford Hills Healthcare Center. And I was actually employed there, but I did a lot of volunteering. I did a lot of education of the staff, education of families, a lot of speaking on elder care issues then. So about 7, 8 years ago, we got a group together and we started what is now Shoreline Elder Care Alliance. And what we are is a group of people that guide and educate the community toward healthy aging and making decisions about senior life.
Ted Fessel, Guilford.
I helped start the Hall of Fame, Guilford Hall of Fame, Betty Marr. I was one of the founders of Guilford Little League back in 1952 with my brother-in-law Bill L. Mancini and Restamon and 5 or 6 other giants in Guilford. American Legion, Guilford VFW, Congregational Church. I do a lot of missions, a little work for the church, so I help them out different things. I was an usher, and I helped raise money. The high school, Board of Education, and especially the coaching and the umpiring at the high school. The fire department, we were all volunteer back in those days. I was a crossing guard for 18 years, worked for the police department. And that was a good, it helped me a lot, and I helped the kids a lot.
Ray Figluski, Brantford.
I'm mainly known in this town for putting on the Brantford Road Race. Myself and my good friend Dick Wayman started the race together in 1978 and has progressed since then to what it is today, with about a total of 3,000 to 4,000 entrants and about 10,000 spectators. In the early 70s, I ran the Falmouth Road Race 4 or 5 times, and I patterned this race after the Falmouth Road Race because it goes by the water, very similar, and afterwards have a big party, which is what we do here at the Brantford Road Race.
Asif John Husani, Clinton.
In 1991, I was a volunteer with Amnesty International. I'm a human rights activist for many years. In 1996, when Timothy McVeigh put the bomb in Oklahoma, I see the disaster, I was shocked. The fire department, they helped him a lot. And the next day I did go to the fire department and I mentioned I'm going to be a volunteer. In 1998, I heard about the American Red Cross, and officially I was volunteer in 1998 with American Red Cross up to now. Also, 2008, when my dad was at the Connecticut hospice, and my daddy told me that you're volunteer with the fire department, with the Red Cross, everywhere, and you should be volunteer there. And since then, I'm volunteer with the Connecticut hospice.
Ann Lander, Old Lyme.
I volunteer here at Literacy Volunteers, and where I tutor students, and I'm a workshop leader training other adults to become tutors. I also have been to Haiti with the Sister Cities Essex Haiti, where I worked with young adults on music. I am a member of the Old Lyme Town Band, and I am a librarian for that group, past president. I've worked with Park and Rec in Old Lyme. I'm secretary of the Ruth Ann Heller Music Foundation, which gives scholarships to students in the Old Lyme school system for musical lessons.
Maddie Lee, Clinton.
I volunteer for Clinton Chamber of Commerce, and Clinton Child Care Services is a nonprofit daycare, one of very few left in the area. I also volunteer with the Christian Education Committee at my church, First Church of Christ Congregational here in Clinton, and also Families Helping Families. When I moved up here from Texas, I wanted to get involved in the community, and one of the first places or first place of opportunity was at my daughter's daycare. She started going there at a year old, and they had expressed to me they needed somebody to serve on the board. And after learning about them, how they were a nonprofit and everything, I jumped right in. I became a board member, and I was there for a few years. And I helped them, raise money for different summer programs and stuff like that. Specifically, we have a huge fundraiser at the end of the year, and every year we raise around $6,000 for the summer program, so that kids don't have to pay for the field trips and things like that they take them on. So.
Diane Lindsay, Chester.
Okay, well, since we're here in the museum, we'll start with this one. It's the Chester Historical Society. I've been a member for many years, and I started becoming an active volunteer probably about 14 years ago. I started working in our archive room. And then about 3 years ago, I was actually named the curator when Shirley Bush retired. I also volunteer at the Chester Library. I've been a library volunteer probably as long as I can remember. When my kids were in elementary school, I volunteered for Jackie Dufek at the elementary school. And probably about 10 years ago, I took over being the book sale chair. And then I'm also very involved in my church, United Church of Chester, which is I mean, if you start here, this is our historical society. The next building up is the library where I volunteer, and the next one up the hill is my church, which I've been a member of since I was a child.
James Madden, Old Saybrook.
I've been a member down here at Westbrook Elks since 1986. My dad sponsored me when I came in, and he said it would be a good organization to belong to meet people and to help others. And I didn't understand at first, but then as I met more people and got more involved with the different leaders down here, I found out that the charity work is really important, and started to get involved with the Drug Awareness Committee down here. And I've been on and off the committee for the last 25 years, and I've been chairman of the committee for the last 3.
Joan McFarland, Branford.
Hi, my name is Joan McFarland, and I'm the coordinator for the BH Care Clothing Bank, which is located at 30 Harrison Avenue in Brantford, Connecticut. Giving back to the community is not a problem at all because I'm a hardworking lady. I have 10 children, and trying to balance kids, home, and homework, and going back and forth with daily activities, it's like a piece of cake. I have an awesome husband, he's 100% in everything that I do.
Yeah.
And then also with my family, they help come to the clothing bank and help us running it. And I have awesome volunteers, which immensely put in so many amount of hours without hesitation. Monday through Saturday, they come in and just help me to run the clothing bank to make it a very successful program. And it's just like one of my baby. I call it my 11th child. I would not give it to anyone. It's just, I nurture it. It's part of me. And, I like to be here and helping individuals as much as possible. And everyone is treated on a cordial and friendly basis.
Dr. Donald Rankin, Madison.
The main organization that I work with and that I've been working with for about 17 years is the Friends of Hammonasset. The Friends of Hammonasset is a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose main function is to provide environmental education for the folks in the state of Connecticut. It also serves to preserve natural resources and also to be an advocate for Hammonasset Beach State Park. My role has been essentially in fundraising. I do a lot of educational programs myself, but our big thrust has been to raise money for, over the last 5 or 6 years, for a brand new Makes Point Nature Center.
Susan Stacy, East Haven.
I volunteer for Shoreline Greenway Trail, the Garden Club, and the Midnight Run from St. Vincent Cross Church, or neighborhoods. I do like clean up East Haven once a month. Just take pride in your town, that's what it's all about, really. And if somebody needs something and I can help them out in any way, I would love to do it. So I enjoy being with the people of the groups that I'm with. So it's almost like a social thing for me, and not even going out there and volunteering. So.
Melaine Trikoski, Brantford.
There are 2 organizations that I volunteer for. One of them is the Brantford Garden Club, and the other one is Brantford Community Gardens, which is where we are right now. I was one of the people that helped to start the community gardens back in 2009, and I've been an officer of the garden on and off over the years. Right now, my primary role with the garden, though, is to run what we call the Seed, Weed, and Feed program. We have a 20 by 50 foot plot that is entirely worked on by volunteers. I organize that effort, so I decide what we are going to plant there, when we're going to plant it, when we're going to have our planting parties, and I also organize the volunteers that come in to water on a weekly basis. Right now we're harvesting twice a week, and all the produce that comes from this garden goes to both the Brantford Food Pantry and the community dining room.
We've heard what our winners do for the community. Now let's hear what that service has done for them.
But my faith, my personal faith, I think has informed a lot. I mean, I think we're here to give. And I feel that I've been very lucky. I don't think I ever realized how much some little positive thing in volunteering can bring people to a whole different step in their lives.
So I think it's really important to do volunteer work because I think we're all connected around the world, and to the degree we can help one other person or understand another person, it just helps the world become a better place. And I think we all have a responsibility to try to make the world a better place.
Just to see people come in here and just even to get a tube of toothpaste, just to see the joy on their faces. And even if people have special occasion that they're going to and they have like a special need, we go beyond and above just to get that need met. So if we have something at home that would fit that individual, we just go to the home and just bring it back and just have it for them available when they do come back to the clothing bank to shop.
I just feel terrific when I see those kids coming into the nature center and they're learning about nature, they're learning about our connectedness with nature and to respect the land. I'm just like any other volunteer. When you get into it, you find you usually get more out of it than you put into it. So,
of course, the guys in the service, I was in the military, they inspired me too. They had one buddy, we look out for each other, we had a responsibility to each other. In other words, you put your life on the line to save the guy next to you. And because some of the guys didn't come back, and I felt I owed something to the community because they saved my life. And actually, they did.
When I see the people, that's the hope. You know, we are here to do something. I love people. My advice is to others, they should do volunteering. They should help and support people as much as they can. We are all human. It doesn't matter who we are. We are African, American, German, Russian. We should love them and be united and love each other. Thank you.
I'd like to thank whoever nominated me. It was a surprise, honestly, and I still don't feel worthy.
You are worthy.
But I want to thank everyone who has opened doors for me and given me the chance to show what I can do, not just as a volunteer, but as a citizen of Clinton.
I just want to thank BH Care for giving me this opportunity all these years to be a familiar face in the clothing bank. And I want to thank my family, my volunteers who constantly work nights, evenings, winter, summer, fall, just to come in here and have this place up and running. And just the harmony and the fulfillment of the job, that's why I'm still doing it. I love people and I love to give back.
I was informed that it was Ted Kennedy Jr. that nominated me. And I know Ted. I find him just a wonderful person and an advocate for what we do with the Friends Hammonasset. So I definitely extend my appreciation and gratitude to the source for honoring me in this special way. It also provides people to understand what we're doing and why it's important.
I'd like to thank Dick Wayman, JV Sports, all the wonderful people on my committee, Judy Gatta Town Hall, and all the first selectmen since that have been so helpful, and Dick Blumenthal, who shows up every year. More importantly, my wife.
Well, I'd like to thank everyone that I work with throughout all of the volunteer things that I do. I mean, I don't do any of this solely by myself. So I would just like to thank everybody, and I would like to thank everyone who has donated to some of the things that I need to get done. And basically, I'd like to thank my husband because he is my big support.
know, people always say to me, don't you think it's about time that you stopped, you know, that you rested? And it's, you know, I go through stages of thinking I should do that, but I have I have a hard time. I'm always trying to do too much. I stay up really late. I always have crazy deadlines that I'm trying to maneuver. I love it, but sometimes I'm like, you know, isn't this a little crazy?
No, scratch that. That's not where I started.
That's okay.
All right, can we
Keep
scratch
going.
that? Oh, okay, all right. So, all right, got involved with the. Now I'm all screwed up. Okay.
One of the surprising things is that, Chris, I hope you put this in, is that sometimes things don't go the way you think they're going to go.
Yeah.
This is going to be the part you're going to have to cut out.
No.
Oh, blew out.
Can't
Cut
forget
that
about
out.
the
I guess it's better than getting up in front of people and talking.
Yeah, oh my God, it's so much better. This is so much easier.
See, I'm at a loss.
It's okay.
I
Just
can't.
keep going. I'll edit this
Okay.
stuff, so.
Jack, where else do I belong to?
That's it. You're all done.
Good.
Being the only male is very interesting.
In the whole group, you're the only guy?
Yeah, I'm the only guy. And they're always accusing me. How many more bags? How many more bags? You just keep packing. I tell them, you know, a little less talk and more work, we can get it done a lot quicker.
Okay, guys are all done.
Oh.
Yeah, not so bad, right? You're done?
I think I'm done. No.
Okay.
I think that's it.
All right. Thank you.
Edit, chop, chop, chop.